absolutely. Nice to see you. Okay, yeah, Chris is here. Yeah, he came as my guest.
So, tell us, what was it like working with the Duet?
Well, what was nice about it was that I felt a bit closer to James. I never got to meet James. I was in a room with him once, a lot in 2005. But to actually have Chris next to me, we talked about James. He told me lots of stories about what he got up to on the set of The Trouble with Tribbles, which was interesting. And it was nice because I just felt a bit of a connection with the guy behind the character. You know?
Now, one question is a total nerd-off question. My review and other Trekkie reviews have noted that something about engineering seems a little too familiar, a little too industrial.
Right.
So what do you think of that as a critique for someone who was there?
I think what JJ wanted to do was get a sense of the immensity of the ship and what went on in the engine room. And I think he compared it to Titanic, not the film, the ship, to the idea that within this very sleek, efficient Star Cruiser is this incredible gut, this engine room, which is a beating heart full of pipes and ducts and all that kind of stuff. And I really went with that. I thought that was a great idea to see underneath. It's like the swan's legs kicking, do you know what I mean? So I like that.
So what was it like when you heard that the uniform you were wearing was going to be red?
Great work.
Well, honestly, I had no idea until I was informed of the implications of wearing red in Star Trek. And then I cried because I knew I wouldn't be in a sequel. And then I realized that with prosthetics, anything was possible. So I'll be finding JJ this evening and discussing it with him.
Oh, I see.
No, I'm just kidding.
So how would you describe the difference between shooting on Star Trek and doing Pirates of the Caribbean, the difference in directors?
Very similar in a few ways, actually. Both visionary directors, both very exciting and focused to work with, but also retaining a sense of calm on such a huge budget movie. And just really, really gracious man to work with. And fun times.
Did you actually do like any kind of wire work for this?
Yes.
What was that like? Because different actors say they love it, some say like hate it.
I don't mind it, but the hard part about wire work is when you hang upside down for any long period of time and all the blood rushes to your head. Thankfully, I have to give respect to Anthony Molinari, my stunt double in the movie, who did a lot of the wire work for me.
What kind of preparation did you do to play Sarek?
Every day I went to the gym and I worked for 3-4 hours on my ears to stretch, primp, cajole, persuade, seduce into looking as pointy as they do in this movie.
I see you dropped your training though, because they seem that they're back to normal.
They're their normal droopy self right now. But who knows, depending upon the success of tonight, they may look even more perky in a year or so's time.
Was there a particular challenge as an actor playing a Vulcan because of the lack of emotion?
Because I had to deal with J.J. Abrams every day, and he's a really difficult person. He's so full of emotion, and the complete opposite of my live long and prosper nothingness. Come on, it was great. What are you talking about? It was great. There was no problems. No problem. All right, thank you. Bye.
So what would you like to see? First of all, are you up for a sequel? And if so, what would you like to see Sarek get into in the sequel?
Let me tell you something. There is an untold story about Sarek that the whole world is waiting to listen to. A talented writer would have no problem creating us an entire story, a fabulous action story around the character of Sarek. You notice Sarek, Star Trek, there were no coincidences with Gene Roddenberry.
There you go. When I talked to Bob Orci, he said he really wanted to change the way captains were treated and make them, more, as he called it, badass motherfuckers.
I have a really good crazy.
Was that kind of like what was the direction they were giving you?
Yeah, I think when I read for it, what they really wanted was the right intensity, and they didn't want this universe to be incompetent and the only competent person to be Captain Kirk. They wanted to show that this is a tangibly competent world that can do things. And that's what they wanted. And the direction they gave me was, don't shy away from being strong.
Fortunate enough to work with.
Let the movie open with some kind of oomph. And that was the idea.
Now, did you know that there's a kind of Chuck Norris-like internet meme all around Captain Robau?
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, like there's all these people creating phrases like the shields don't keep enemies out, they keep Captain Robau in.
I have to go check that out. Wow, I didn't know that.
I think people are going to be a little disappointed that you're not in the movie longer. Let's put it that way.
You know what? Look, it's sci-fi. Anybody can come back at any time. There are holograms. There are many ways to bring people back into this reality. So
have you seen the movie yet?
I have.
So as a Trekkie, what do you think?
I always like.
You said you're Trekkie.
I love it. I think because it really does keep the spirit of Star Trek alive. And I think what it also does is that knowing that there hasn't been a Trek movie for a while, and that the TV franchise is gone, it opens the doors to a whole new generation to walk in. And I think people who are going to watch it, people who haven't been part of this Star Trek saga, won't feel lost. And I think that's a great thing. I think it's accessible to all. And I think it opens that door to people. And they can own it as their own story, as their own little thing. So I think it's going to do well.
I got a camera here. I just want to get one thing. I want to get you to bust out some of that Romulan again on camera.
I don't know if I could do that.
Come on, just a little for an old high school buddy.
Yeah, that's not for old high school buddy. You would be. I'd tell you. I did tell you.
You did tell me. I got it on audio, but I wanted to get it on video.
No, I gotta be careful. I might get in trouble. I got in trouble bad.
Well, that was a long time ago. Give us one word. Give us one word. Just say, give us Nero's.
Rodniro.
Okay.
Rodniro.
All right. Thank you. Damon? Hey, Anthony. How are you? Good.
How are you, buddy?
I'm excellent.
Nice to see you.
Okay. So, how do you reconcile the time travel in Lost and the time travel in Star Trek? Last night's episode of Lost seems to be diverting into Star Trek territory.
Well, to paradox or not to paradox, that is the question. We'll have this conversation again when the season of Lost is over. But suffice to say, I'm never doing time travel again.
How many pages of the sequel have you written?
0.0. We're going to see how this movie opens, and then we'll start to talk about what we're going to do in the next one. But I promise you, we won't use the title you don't like.
Trek movie, we've been together the whole time. You know you were my consultants. Anthony was my consultant. You guys had all of your opinions heard. Thank you, Trek movie.